Yeah, I'm about dead. So yeah, I know you guys. What up? So this will continue the JKD trapping, and again, the main point really in regards to this approach is that there is no previous engagement or touch reference or Manshao, and that it's done from disengaged or non-attached, and that the concern is meeting extreme resistance from someone that is stronger than you, right? Because when that happens, you're basically fucked, and you've lost a moment in time where you may have been able to win or survive. And so this is one that I've had pretty good success with. It's from, you could use the term jiao sao, running hand, right? And that was done in a specific way that came from Wing Chun and was modified into the Junfan platform. But again, the latter stage JKD got away from most of the earlier material, although I'm sure, well, I mean, in my opinion, there's some left in it, but that it's modified, and someone with an educated eye can pick up on it, whereas others may find it totally different. So I'm steaming up. I'm steaming. Okay, so all right, so let's talk about it. All right, and we'll go ahead and go from the more open stance, but it could also be the closed stance as well. So the idea is that you're at about outside of close range, inside of middle range, and you're going to fire the pivot hook, okay? And you're going to try to hit the guy with the pivot hook. But what the guy does is he covers, all right? And if there's little resistance to your trap, which is actually designed to clear, this is going to be jutsao, to clear a line in order to hit with. So once you do the pivot punch, and he succeeds in covering against it, blocking against it, from this position, if there's little resistance, you do the jutsao and you hit with the lead hand, okay? And you follow up. All right? So let's take a look at that again. Pivot punch, jut hit, boom, boom, boom. All right? All right, so that's the example if there's a little resistance in regard to you pulling the arms down. So it's something like, it's a little bit of resistance, but it's pulled down, about this far. All right? And again, this is tactile. You do see it, but it's more tactile, okay? It's that threshold where striking and grappling meet, all right? Trappling. Fire the giant laser. Okay, so boom, 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 all right? And again, it depends on what happens, whether you continue to hit, initiate grappling and a takedown, follow up while he's on the ground, or that once you do the jut da and go into your combination, that you back off. All right? Okay, so that should become clear to you now that those are a couple different ways that you can follow up. Okay, so the other one is where you meet extreme resistance. Okay, so when I do the hook punch and I do the jut, okay, basically he gives me so much resistance that I can only get the body to pull down. So when you get the body to pull down, the idea is to throw the uppercut here, okay, or shovel punch, okay, either one, depending on the situation. Uppercut or shovel, okay, disengage and hit, initiate, grappling, pivot punch, jut da, hit, and escape, or avoid and get back to longer range, all right? So those are the two different ones on the lead hand side. Hook, jut, da, bang, bang, bang. Hook, jut, da, bang, 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 or bang. Because a bong, you know, a bong has many different applications. I didn't say bong, I said bong, bong, bong. But bongs are good too. They're quite efficient. All right, so the other one, okay, so that one was the we just finished, was presuming the guy's left foot was forward and we were in unmatched leads. So this one will be that the dude's got his right foot forward like mine, all right? And I want to stay on the outside. I want my left foot to stay on the outside of his right foot. So the way to fire that is to throw the rear hook with the angular step, but not to cross over the center, but simply to push the mass forward and curve in with the hit. Okay, so he blocks that hit. Okay, same exact formula. A little resistance, jut, da, same hand. Boom, boom. Okay, so let's look at that again. Pivot punch or curving step with the rear hand. Boom. Okay, jut, da, boom, boom. All right. Okay, and then the other one is if he gives you extreme resistance, but you have enough strength to pull his body down a little bit. Boom. Okay, it will be the uppercut or the shovel, and the same follow-up. Okay, and because you have the angle, you could shoot in and do an angular takedown. Okay. By the way, when you play with takedowns, again, you can do takedowns directly in front of the person. All right, you're aware of that. Double leg takedown, single leg takedown, etc., etc. Okay, but angles are superior. There's just no doubt about it. If you've stolen the position of advantage and have that beat of time to where you're on the side angle of them and you pick up the legs, whether it's one or two, and shoot into them, it's way more difficult to counter than if you're directly in front of each other. So give that a try, all right? And so again, to reiterate on that last one, okay, opposite tool, boom, and sometimes you disengage, all right? Okay, so those are the two tactics, two versions on both sides, launched by the hook punch of the disengaged jiao, jut, da, all right? To use those Cantonese terms. Excuse me. And I'll continue on in the modified trapping with some other things, because trapping is a tactic, not a range. All right, number one. Number two, it's not limited to the Wing Chun resource. All right, it's not limited to the Wing Chun resource. And the stuff that I use and am showing you, I consider that latter stage mentality of how to still use trapping, all right, and or trappling. Alrighty? Okay, so muchas gracias. Hasta mañana.